After Lord Chaitanya Maha Prabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu enjoyed eating this feast and watching all the devotees participating, they washed their hands, washed their mouths. All the devotees did the same. The remnants from the pots directly eaten by Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda were then given to Raghunath Das Goswami. But he didn't just go to a secluded place and eat every morsel of it. He just took one morsel himself from each pot and then distributed it to all his assistants. That evening, at Raghava Pandit's house, Lord Nityananda Prabhu came, and what kind of a wonderful feast was there! When Raghava Pandit and his sister Damayanti would cook, according to Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, authority of the Absolute Truth, Srimati Radha Rani would personally enter into that home and cook through their hands. And by the blessing of Sri Durvasa Muni, anything she cooked would taste as sweet as nectar. Plus you'd never get sick and you'd never die if you ate what she cooked. So Nityananda Prabhu took this wonderful prasad, and of course he invited Lord Chaitanya. After prasad there was big kirtan. The Lord requested his devotees to chant. They started playing mridangas and playing karatals. Then Lord Nityananda Prabhu danced. And for those who were fortunate enough to see Sri Chaitanya Maha Prabhu personally appeared again in that kirtan to dance. The two brothers, Nitai Gauranga, were dancing in transcendental ecstasy here in Panihati. The kirtan went on throughout a major portion of the evening, the night. In the end, again Raghava Pandit brought the remnants of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu to Raghunath Das Goswami. The next morning, Raghunath Das Goswami came here. He saw Sri Nityananda Prabhu sitting in the same place on the platform under the banyan tree with his associates. Raghunath Das Goswami prostrated himself at his lotus feet, begged for a benediction. He said, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, I am most fallen, most sinful, bound up like a prisoner in material life. Please, I beg of you, with your blessing, release me from the bondage of material attachments and let me take shelter wholeheartedly of the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Maha Prabhu. I have tried in so many ways to escape, but in every time I am captured and brought back. But no one can approach Lord Chaitanya without first getting your mercy. Without your mercy, Nityananda Prabhu, the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Maha Prabhu's lotus feet is not possible. Therefore, please, I beg for you the mercy that I can take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. He spoke so sincerely. Sri Nityananda Prabhu was so pleased. He looked toward all the devotees. Just see the quality of Raghunath Das's devotion. He's like a king. Such immense wealth. Beautiful, chaste, faithful wife. Power, influence. It is all at his disposal. But yet he doesn't care anything for any of it. Just as Bharat Maharaj left his entire kingdom and entered into the forest without even looking back. This is the mood of Raghunath Das. His only aim in life is shelter at the lotus feet of our Lord. Therefore, all of you assembled Vaishnavas, bestow your heartfelt blessings upon Raghunath Das. With Lord Nityananda Prabhu's inspiration, they all began showering their blessings on Raghunath Das. Then Lord Nityananda Prabhu placed his lotus feet on Raghunath Das's head. He said, I bless you that you will very soon be released from the bondage of all material attachments. You will go to Puri. There, Lord Chaitanya, he will personally entrust you under the care of his personal secretary, Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami. And you will be a confidential associate of Lord Chaitanya. In Puri, you will achieve complete shelter at his lotus feet. Sri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Raghunath Das, in the ecstasy of love, offered his heart through his obeisances to the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Then he gave a donation to Raghava Pandit. To the treasurer of Nityananda Prabhu, he gave a sum of wealth and told him, after I leave, give this to Lord Nityananda Prabhu, but not before. And then he made out a whole calculated draft. Besides the Nityananda Prabhu himself, all his servants, assistants, and all the other devotees assembled, how according to their means they would all get a nice donation of charity. Sri Raghava Pandit assured Raghunath Das Goswami that because Lord Chaitanya Maha Prabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu personally came here to taste your prasad, your offering, you will certainly be delivered. Soon after that, Raghunath Das Goswami escaped and went to Puri. But from that day on, Panihati has been a great place of pilgrimage. Especially sitting under this tree on the bank of the Ganges. Such a pleasurable experience for all of us to meditate on the joyful pastimes of the Lord. And so much more pleasurable to sit on the bank of the Ganges under this tree, honoring Chida, Dahi, that has been offered to Sri Nitai. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami ki, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki, Sri Nityananda Prabhu ki, Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Sri Panihati Gram ki, Sri Chida Dahi Utsav ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gophimanandi.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on devotionalnectar.com.